Hey Chatos, are you acting extra snuggly and such today because Jack's friends were here? And because you was locked in my room for a little while? Well, him friends were here? And now you're being super cute to me. Hi Chatty. What are you looking for? You looking for Bliss? You looking for Bobble? Who are you looking for? Why you keep doing that with your head? Huh? Hi, Chatters! Who are you looking for? Are you looking for me? For your mother? For Bliss's head just came popping along back there. She's like a little shark. Hi, little shark. Blissy shark doo 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 doo. Aw, and Charlie's got a bad itch. Good afternoon, guys, and happy Friday to all of your sunshiny faces, guys. We had kind of a little crazy bit of a day today so far. Actually, it's time for me to go to bed, which I'm just about ready to do. It's actually 11 o'clock right now, which is like literally almost as early as I think I went to bed yesterday, and I just need to take a quick shower and get to bed. So I'll probably think I'm actually going to be asleep earlier than I was yesterday, and it's the weekend. I can stay up late, but yeah, I think I told you guys, I was like, oh, because I slept in so late yesterday because I didn't, or on Thursday, yeah, Thursday was yesterday, because I slept in so late, I was like, I'm probably going to go to bed really late and then wake up like late today, which I didn't. I still woke up like normal time at 7 o'clock because we were babysitting today, which, guys, we were planning on going on, I think I mentioned this, we're going to go on a little like field trip thingy, and take the little boy that we babysit for to like a greenhouse, because like they have like really cool, like they have water plants, and like this greenhouse is like really neat. I loved it when I went there last year, and it's like a co-op farmers market kind of thing too, and so I thought he'd really like it because he's really into like plants, and he like does, like his grandma like grows plants and stuff like that, and he helps me plant the zucchinis outside, and so which are actually just started sprouting, guys, which is super exciting. I think we planted them either on Tuesday or like Wednesday or something like that, but yeah, so we we were thinking about like taking him there because I wanted to get some succulents, and like me and my mom really don't have that much time, like because we could maybe go on the weekend, but it's like hard to figure that stuff in. That's when I like to try and get stuff done. Thursdays are kind of like just my me day, is what I've kind of established them as, but the weekends are normally when I try and do like house projects and things like that, or outdoor projects or whatever that I can get to, and then we babysit mostly pretty much the rest of the week, except for again on Thursday, which is again kind of my relaxed day, and so I was thinking that we could like go, since again we don't really have a whole lot of time, that, you know, we can, I mean, we could figure out another day, but I was just thinking like it'd be fun for him to go, and then also too because I wanted to pick out some succulents actually for this cute little like tiered tray that I have that I thought would look really cool with succulents in it, and I really want to try and keep some succulents alive because I didn't do so well. I think I was mentioning this to you guys, but I wanted to take him there today, and that's what we were planning on. We were going to do either Wednesday or Friday, and Wednesday didn't end up really like working out too well, because I think that's when we ended up doing like the squirt guns and all that kind of stuff outside, and they just did like water play and, you know, that kind of thing. So then my mom was kind of busy with work on Wednesday, and she was like, let's do it, I'll plan on doing it on Friday. So we planned on it, but at about like 10 or 11 o'clock or something like that, I hear my mom go outside, and I heard her take the dogs outside, and I was actually working on, like while we were sitting in the living room, I was working on some of the work that I was working on for her yesterday, and I realized that I had been working on the wrong pages, the ones that I had already done. So like, yeah, so this whole story makes sense, I guess I'll simplify it, but like I was working on these pages, and I was working on the pages that I had already finished, and so I didn't realize it though, and I ended up going back, instead of, I was on page 270 I think, or something like that, and that's where I had finished yesterday, and there were 311 pages, And so it was like, okay, I only have like 40 pages left, which I kind of went through, and I did like 40 probably yesterday. And then I sat down today and was working on it, and I started at page 171 instead of 181, which was where I left off yesterday. And so I was 100 pages behind and had already finished all those. And I was like, why is this like I feel like I've already done these, and sure enough I did. So actually, when I heard my mom go outside, I went and stood out on the back porch. I didn't have my shoes on or anything like that, but I had went and stood on the back porch, and I saw the garage door was open. I was like, oh, my mom must be in the garage. And because I was going to go and tell her like that I messed up, and I had been working on, I did over 20 pages of the old pages that I had already finished. And so I went to go tell her, and I was like, yeah, I ended up screwing this up, so I'm gonna have to now try and do the other ones. So as I was standing there on the back porch, I see Jack coming outside, and I saw Matthew coming outside too. Like, he came through the back door and Jack came around from the front. And Matthew didn't have shoes on because Jack was wearing his shoes. And then Matthew comes out and he's like, oh, did you get Mom's text? And I was like, no, I literally just came outside and came to come and see, like, you know, where she was, because I was going to tell her, you know, what had happened. And he was like, oh, well, she sent a text message that she fell out in the garage and she needed somebody to come and help her. And I was like, what? And so Matthew's like, well, I can't, I don't have shoes on. Like, he was like going to go out there, but then when he saw Jack had his shoes on. So Jack goes to go help my mom, and he's like, she's on the ground and I can't help her up. He's like, Matthew's like, hey, give me my shoes back. And I was like, what, is she like okay? Like, what happened? And apparently she was trying to get like a chair or something like that out of the garage, and was using this little rickety stool that she thought was really stable apparently, and ended up falling off of the stool in the garage. Which she's okay, like she has like a few bruises from where she ended up falling on the chair, the like stool that she was standing on, and she kind of said her like neck feels a little sore, which isn't good because she had neck surgery and she has like 2 discs fused together. So obviously, like, when she fell, and it fell maybe 2 summers ago or something like that, or 2, it was in the fall maybe, I think, not last year but maybe the year before that, and she fell. Like, it was kind of scary because, again, she like has those discs fused, so her neck doesn't have much give to it, you know, and curve and stuff like that. So when she, like, you know, falls, it's like she's very stiff. And so it wasn't very good, but she is like fine, like up walking around and stuff like that. And honestly, I thought she'd be a lot more stiff. She'll probably be more stiff tomorrow, but I was like, yeah, so we're not going to the greenhouse today, are we? She's like, yeah, no, we're not going to the greenhouse. So our plans today ended up changing, and we kind of ended up just like, because I was working on that earlier today, because I was like, okay, well, like, you know, we'll do that while Jack and the little boy were babysitting for, were like doing some stuff. And all of a sudden, all 4 of us were outside, and I was like, Jack, you need to go back in, like, go, you know, just be there in the living room with him so he doesn't think we all just like left. And you know, Matthew ended up going and helping my mom up. But it was just, I was like, literally all you had to do was just like yell and be like, somebody help me, and I was already outside. Like, it was just ridiculous that literally I was standing outside probably moments after it ended up happening. Like, I didn't hear her like scream or yell or anything like that, but I literally was standing there going, oh, I'll wait for her to come out of the garage to ask her, since I didn't have shoes on. I didn't want to walk across the yard to go into the garage. And so I was just standing on the deck with no shoes on, and so I was like probably standing there, like I said, moments after it happened, but was standing there for like probably a minute or 2, and I was just watching the dogs that were like out in the yard with her, and you know, well, out in the yard, and then she was in the garage. And I saw, actually, honestly though, Charlie was trying to get in the garage, and I was like, Charlie, no, don't go in there, because he knows he's not supposed to go in the garage. But since the door was open, he was trying to get in there. I think he was actually going in there to try and go see what was wrong with my mom, and I'm like telling him no, not to go in there, and she's probably like, he probably heard her fall or whatever in the garage. So yeah, but I didn't realize, like I said, I was probably standing out there for a good like 2 or 3 minutes by the time she had her phone with her, believe it or not, which is how she was able to send the text message saying that she fell out out there. Matthew and Jack ended up going to check to see if she was okay, because they got the text and I hadn't got it because, again, I was standing out there pretty much the entire time. So while she was sending that text, I was already outside, and all she had to do is just like yell or be like, somebody help me, and probably would have just went right out there. But yeah, I was standing there while my mom's fallen in the garage and can't get up, and I had no clue what was going on. And then all of a sudden they come rushing outside and they're like, is mom okay? Is mom okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's just in the garage. Like, yeah, she's fine. And I had no clue what was going on. It was just like a whole mess. So yeah, like I said, she's like fine. She might need to go to like her neck doctor if it's like ends up really bad or something like that, but right now she said she's feels, I mean, again, just stiff like from falling and stuff like that, but that's always obviously a concern when you have like a surgery like something like that and you end up like falling. So that's why she's a little concerned. But it's actually, my dad has his workout mats out in the garage, and she said that she fell actually on them, so it wasn't like she fell like straight on concrete or anything like that. She said she had more of a bruise on the back of her leg where she hit the stool, and then also too on her hand because she was holding a Coke in her hand. So she was holding her phone and a Coke in her hand trying to get the thing down, which was also why she fell backwards, so she wasn't able to like break her fall either because she was also holding stuff. But she said she like hit her hand on her knee and hit the Coke that she was holding in her hand, because I think she was trying to get a chair down so she could like sit out in the yard or something like that. But yeah, guys, that was the exciting day for today. But then Jack ended up actually having a bunch of his friends over. I think he had like 8 friends or something like that over, and they had a bonfire, which is like, honestly guys, I'm like, oh, it's so cute, like a bunch of little friends are over to have a bonfire, and I'm like, they're all going to be freshmen, like they're not little kids, like they're freshmen in high school. And like, I don't know, I'm just like, it's so weird because I'm like, when I was in like a freshman in high school, like I was like I don't know, I remember going to bonfires and stuff like that all the time, but this is the first time Jack's ever had a bonfire like at our house. And so you know, it's just like, wow, it's like weird that like, you know, he's hosting a party here and stuff like that, and it's the first like party he's really, you know, it was the party, they were here for like maybe about an hour and they just had s'mores, but it was just like funny that like, you know, like I said, I remember like being in middle school, like, you know, going to bonfires and stuff like that, and Jack's like a freshman now, and I'm like, oh, he's like so cute and so little and so small, and I'm like, wait, no, he's a freshman, like, and he's having a party over here, having a little bonfire and with all of his friends. So yeah, guys, it was, I guess, a pretty fun little time he had with his friends and stuff like that. But I've got the grocery stores to get to tomorrow, so I need to get to bed so that I can wake up tomorrow. But like I said, I just need to take a real quick shower. So I'll see you guys all in tomorrow's vlog. If you guys did enjoy today's, make sure you guys give a big old thumbs up. If you guys are new, we'd love if you'd subscribe, and I'll see all of our sunshiny faces tomorrow. So bye, guys.